Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I am playing an EIK WM France Deck G4567 game with maruskaK, jerryblr, and Field Watchman. And you should give maruskaK a follow. He's streaming on twitch.tv/maruskaK. Replace the K with an F. Alright, so cattle driver, play cattle driver stage 1, 3 cattle, round 14. We've got Omni Farmer, tomato pickler. Maybe do the vegetable, you get a good of your choice. And then we've got hut builder. So probably just take hut builder here. Capitalist is an option if I wheel something like cow driver, but there's also cow herd. There's other ways of getting cattle, so I'm going to take hut builder here. It's a very stable first pick. Village head's good. Employee of the month is good. Barn master. Field dreamer. Apply your 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th field. 2 different building resources, crops, animals, goods of your choice. So this rewards you for plowing extra fields. We've got immigrant son here, which helps me plow. So if I could take immigrant son and wield field dreamer, that would be pretty good. Furrier. Whenever another player builds an improvement with a cooking symbol, you get an animal from this card. Barn master. Lots of cards that interact with animals. Employee of the month can interact with animals. Employee of the month is extremely good. Immigrant son is good. I like village head, but I'd rather take one of these 2 cards and wheel something that's pretty good. Like one of these 3. Take one of these 2, wheel one of these 3. Employee of the month might be just a bit better than immigrant son here. Although immigrant son is better if I wheel field dreamer. So do I hope that I get field dreamer and take immigrant son here? Sure. Okay. Mbaba Mwana. Apply your 4th, 7th field. Immediately receive a family growth with room, family growth without room action. So this looks pretty excellent here. We can try to time the, obviously with immigrant son, we can try to time the 4th field with our hut builder room so that we grow as soon as that comes up. And then we can play, our 2 more ox and then plow once to get a family growth even without room action. So that looks pretty perfect. Yeah, this looks good. I mean, we could also plow in the early game and use Mbaba Mwana for our first family growth, but I think probably it'll make sense to set it up with hut builder. Okay, could take gardening enthusiast if I'm planning to plow. Gardening enthusiast plus immigrant son is a pretty good combo. We've got dung collector here. There have been lots of animal cards, but I've certainly been looking at other things other than animal cards. However, the ability to plow get fields is going to make it more likely that we can trigger Mbaba Mwana. I'll take dung collector. Yeah. And we can just try to get all our plow actions from occupations. Like, even if dung collector is only 2 fields, it's really 3 fields with immigrant son. So let's say we play dung collector round 13, and then it's 2 fields. The round 14 field, family growth even without room, like that's just 3 points, right? That's just a 3 points that we can get. So yeah, that seems fine. Something like evening prayer would be really good here, because then evening prayer can give us 2 fields, immigrant son can give us 3, and then dung collector can give us the last 2 for 7. I think that would be pretty good. Alright, I should check to see if these guys have made any picks, because I was AFK for a while and they are probably AFK now. Cattle Driver looks fine. It's a guaranteed breeding pair of cattle. Could take Capitalist. I mean, Drunkard is not bad. Drunkard's not bad at all. It's better with combos. Yeah, could Drunkard, could Cattle Driver, could Capitalist. Any of those three. Capitalist for Fields is an obvious one for me. Ooh. Yeah, if I'm gonna plow fields, then a card like Drunkard, which gets me goods to actually use, is very appealing. I mean, Capitalist is going to be an easy 4 points for Fields. Grain moved to a space with Drunkard is decent. It's pretty decent. I could play Cattle Driver. Like that would be my second. It's okay to have 2 stage 1 Ox if I don't have any other early game occupations. I'm gonna take Drunkard. Drunkard has proved to be pretty good when I've seen it. Hopefully I can get some combo. Oh man, Barnmaster came back. So Barnmaster would have been pretty good with the 3 cattle card. Not going to take Village Head. This is a hand that wants to play 7 Ox. 2 cattle, 2 boar. I could play Furrier. Furrier with Dung Collector is decent. And what do we have remaining here? Convert clay to food at any time. Probably not. Vegetable, take 1 cattle, space is revealed. Any number of stone for vegetable and any number of vegetable for cattle. Nah. Am I just going to take Potter here? Potter's kind of weak. I'm not that impressed by any of these cards. Stone to Vegetable is okay, but I have to play. The timing on this is pretty strict, and I don't really want to take any strict cards that have strict timing requirements. Try to avoid them if I can. Okay, probably just Goose Pond here. I mean, with Lamp Oil, I do have a bunch of late game occupations, so Lamp Oil is better than usual, but Goose Pond is just so good. So good. Yep. Wow, Clay Hut Extension. Forest Pasture, Bounty, Carpet. So I think I need Carpet less than normal with my hand. Boar Park. Park Cemetery is a reason to plow a couple fields early, and obviously generates a plow itself. Don't have any Ox that trigger Bounty, so I like it worse than normal. As good as Clay Hut Extension is, I think I'm going to take Forest Pasture. Just because Forest Pasture plus Furrier just looks quite good with my Dung Collector. So Dung Collector plus Immigrant Son should be able to generate quite a lot of plows between the two of them. I'm gonna be right back. I gotta go turn the AC on. Alright, Rum Distillery looks pretty good with Drunkard. Wild Fruit pays for my Drunkard. Crib could be okay, but yeah, it's a pretty late Rum Distillery. I could be pretty confident that they're not doing anything with grain. Amshouse is very good. I mean, Amshouse makes it easier for me to spam Drunkard every round in the early game because I don't have to worry about the food. Collar and Chain is fine with Furrier, like between Forest Pasture, Collar and Chain. That's all my. Lets me hold the cattle and the boar. Shipyard's a free point. Carrots is some food. I think I'm taking Amshouse here. Yeah. Diggy seems like it should be good with Drunkard because Drunkard gives me a it gives me the last action of the round, which will let me go to start player, play dinghy, put a bunch of wood on fishing, and then go take that wood next round. So like I could probably get like 4 or 5 wood pretty nicely. Gold medal's a way to get out of last early, which is something to think about. But I like dinghy. Okay. Well, Park Cemetery makes my early game plows a bit better. Though I'm not totally sure that I want to do a lot of early game plowing. Like if I can set up Dung Collector for 4 fields, Immigrant Son for 3, that's enough. I don't need to do anything more than that. Gold medal and capitalist in the game. Yeah, so that's definitely going to reward having a nice farm. I'm definitely encouraged to have a nice farm in this game. So carpet is not bad. Threshing board, I don't really need it this game. Rum Distillery is my only bounty trigger. I don't really want Boar Park because I've got a different source of animals. So the question is Park Cemetery, yes or no. It does get me the stone for Rum Distillery. It puts more good actions in the early rounds, which does help Drunkard for there to be more actions that are decent. I just don't think I need the field. I'm going to take carpet here. I don't even know if I'm going to play carpet or if I'm going to use carpet, but not brickyard. I don't think I'm going to take self-pasture here. Not when I already have forest pasture. I'll take crib. Crib doesn't really work with my round 14 family growth even without room, but yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I'm actually going to use carpet this game. But maybe. You never know. We started in 4th, which is not ideal, because we'd like to play Drunkard in round 1. maruskaK plays Perpetual Student, excellent card. Field Watcher might 3-wood. Nope, gonna play Vendor. Get 4 wood. Any player who has no more than 3 cards in hands receives 3 bonus points. Well, that should be quite easy for me to get. I can also kind of screw the others over with passing liners. I mean, carpet might just be used for the point. I don't even know if I'm going to use any other aspect of it. I could try to dream bigger with Mbaba Mwana, try to use it for my first family growth, but I think timing it out for my hut builder growth seems reasonable. Field Watchman's going to start player, so I guess I'm taking Day Labor. That's pretty dark. Pretty dark there, guys. Time to play Drunkard. So yeah, I want to get Rum Distillery in play. So I would like to start player. So maybe we could set up our dinghy combo round 4. The problem with our dinghy combo round 3 into round 4 is that we want a Reedstone food action. If we're going to be start playering into a stone, we need to actually be taking that Reedstone food move. So and we do still need to play Hut Builder, of course. Which, hey, we might get Hut Builder back as an action here. which would be fine. Whoa, veterinarian. Jeez. Field watchman living dangerously. Indeed. So what's the expected payout of veterinarian? It's something like 1.5 sheep. Is the expected payout? If you hit an animal really early, then it can be pretty good. But if you don't hit an animal early, then it's, yeah, you're getting like 1, maybe 2 animals out of it. I'll probably just start player here to get Reedstone food. Start player crib, sure. Although crib means I need another wood action before I play rum distillery. That's probably fine. Probably my last action in round 3 is a wood action, like a 2 wood action. Yeah, probably I Reedstone food, grain, 2 wood. Seems like a reasonable scenario. Oh, is that a hit? I mean, you should kind of declare... kind of weird to have, like, because a lot of people would lay it out where sheep are 1 to 4, boar are 5 to 7, and cattle is 8, 9. Yeah. The late sleeper's a drunkard, right? I don't think I need to change that. If you're drunk, you're sleeping in late. Could be the lover. Could be the taster. There are a couple... taster's not a drunkard. They don't drink very much. I like late sleeper here for the drunkard. It's left to right. I know it's left to right, but it's just like, if you're gonna do a totally random layout, you should declare that you're doing a totally random layout before you do any die rolls, right? Maruska taking 3 food fish is a little weird with Perpetual Student. So I wonder if Maruska has something with a high food cost. Not sure what else it could be, but... jerryblr start player mini pasture. I'm surprised jerryblr didn't pick up carpet. Carpet looks pretty good with mini pasture. Alright, so you're right, we got 2 wood. Major miner's gonna flip here. If jerryblr builds the fireplace, so I pretty much have to first move start player rum distillery, or else I can't convert this round. And I do want to convert this round, so yeah, first move, start player around Distillery. I declared payoff. I don't think I actually subtracted the food, though. I think I was at 5 at the start of the round. So, grain jump to expensive Ock. Play Hut Builder is the plan. I should get expensive Ock back. I mean, it's possible that maruskaK plays expensive Ock, but there are going to be other really good actions on the board, so hopefully not. Like, there's 6... Yeah. maruskaK might decide to wood police, keep me from getting 6 wood. And I get a... You know what? I get an Ock either way, because both the Ocks are available. Yeah, the drunkard's making their own booze, which sounds dangerous, right? Sounds dangerous. Yeah, drunkard's pretty good. I probably should not have gotten it 4th or 5th. It's a pretty good card. I'm just gonna playing Omni. Oh. I didn't add my guest. I'm playing an Ock here. And then G to FFFJ and feed 4. I forgot to add my, oh, whoops. I should not have clicked that button. Well, I get 6 wood here, which I'm pretty happy about. jerryblr will take reedstone food, which is why I'm paying the drunkard here, because I'm probably going to grain jump to 4 wood, clay, or Ock again. Any of those would be fine. So 2 reed round 6 would be good. I want the extra reed for Om's house, so... also, we passed clay hut extension. I should mention that. So maruskaK's probably setting up for their clay hut extension with that 5 clay grab. Maybe play Furrier with my last move here. maruskaK's gold medal declaring cattle. Well, Furrier helps with that, for sure. Wind up in the Om's house. Yeah, the Social Security blanket or the social security net is not that well developed in the Agricola ages. There's no one intervening with the drunkard. Although they're certainly helping out by getting getting food and points for the family, I suppose. The fireplace going to Field Watchman here is annoying because I'm playing Furrier with this move. But he and Maruska both should upgrade to Cooking Hearth, so yeah, I should get Cooking Hearth upgrade procs. Did I pay a food yet? No. Probably no drunkard this round. Yeah, no drunkard this round. So jerryblr has to first action build. Maruska's setting up for their Reno clay hut extension. So I could take Reedstone Food, just delay Maruska. Because Maruska needs 2 reed, of course, for their clay house extension. Could take 4 wood. 4 wood is fine. There is 4 wood available. Passing on 4 wood is kind of annoying. The problem is, if I let Maruska Reedstone Food each of the next 2 rounds, then Maruska can Reno and then start player. So it's kind of annoying having to give up 4 wood here, but I think just to protect my spot in the family growth queue, this is correct. Maruska playing capitalist, so probably going to declare cattle, I would imagine. Maruska's had a very nice start. Feeding is quite easy right now because of Perpetual Student. Yeah, Maruska's had a nice start. I could try to double build. The problem with double building is then I need to take Reed again before I play Alms House. Because I'm thinking, if they don't wood police, I could get 6 wood here. But Maruska might start player into 6 wood. So, actually probably will. What am I saying? jerryblr is playing Baker's Servant. It's a bit of an odd second occupation with their current setup. No grain yet. Maruska's not going to go for the 6 wood. Interesting. Interesting. Well, I get 6 wood then, which is fantastic. It's actually really fantastic. The only question is, can I afford to risk paying Drunkard? And I think the answer is yes, right? Because there's no 2 read action for jerryblr to build. And Field Watchman has to take a 1 wood action to build, and Maruska has to do a 1 read action. So yeah, I think I pay Drunkard here. Nice. Well, 2 6-wood actions this early in the game is going to be pretty good for me. Had a baker, servant, drunkard card that when you take day labor you can bake. It was a magical game. Family game. That's funny. Yeah, Field Watchman hits another animal. That's what happens when you hit the first animal early. You can hit other animals pretty quick. So I think I'm gonna play. Am I gonna play Alms House on Family Growth? Probably. I'm wondering if I should play Forest Pasture on Family Growth and save Alms House for round 11. Maybe I only beg 3 here, just to give myself more time to play the Alms House. It's not as good, obviously, when it's only for 3 food, but getting Forest Pasture out seems relevant. Maybe it's not that relevant. I don't know. We'll see when Boar come out. The timing of Boar coming out matters. I'm going to beg 3 here either way. Give myself time to play Alms House. And yeah, I could double build, but I think I won't. With that round 11 room coming, double building seems worse than normal. Jerryblr's declaring they have baby sling. Clay exchange. Yeah, so Field Watchman could take 1 wood and then build in front of me. It's possible. But 1 wood is a pretty terrible action. They're going to play Mini Pasture instead. Yeah, that makes sense. So that you can actually hold the veterinarian animals that you're increasingly likely to get. Honestly, I'm happy to see Mini Pasture. I have more food than wood. Or in this game, most of the time I'll have more food than wood, so... We might even bait Field Watchman. Field Watchman's thinking I'm starving. We might even... Well, no. Field Watchman, I'll just eat the 1 raw grain if he takes 1 wood. Yeah. No, we're not going to be able to bait Field Watchman. Dolly's mother here. So that explains the 1 sheep grab. I thought it was just like a block action, but... Just setting up Dolly's mother with Omni Farmer. Nice. Yeah, Maruska's got a lot of bonus points available. But I mean... Capitalist gold medal, they've really given us a very clear incentive for everyone to make sure we get 6 and the game with 6 cattle. So build my rooms here. I could still double build round 8, round 9. The problem with that is then my fencing just comes so late. And you know what? Double building round 8, Maruska can still jump me for the round 9 growth. So yeah, I think I just build 1 room. Any stables? No, I don't think so. So green G to FFF J, beg 3, so I pay 1. Do I declare drunkard here? It's a bit risky to drunkard this round. You know what? The actions are not really that good, so I'll go for it. I probably should be able to jump to occupation, even if the good clay moves are gone. Yeah, so first move family growth here, and then I can do other stuff later. So yeah, I can play almshouse here. Boar not showing till round 9. There's less of a priority. I could forest pasture start player round 9. So I think I play almshouse here probably. Yeah, last action, occupation immigrant son, so that we can start spamming ox every round. Then we can play 1 ox per round plus 1 extra plow action to family growth. Actually, if we can play 4 occupations by the end of round 11 and then trigger dung collector in round 11, that's enough. Cooking hearth, so I'm gonna get a cattle here. Let's grab a grain and a guest token. Oh, maruskaK is playing an ox, so I can play expensive ox. That's fine. It's not perfect, but I can play expensive ox. We'll see what's available. I might have like start player into 6 wood available again, which start player forest pasture or goose pond into 6 wood, or mini pasture, any of those would be pretty good. Although start player round 9 into forest pasture into round 10 2 boar would be very good as well. Kind of want to get both. Yeah. Mini pasture to hold the second cattle. Like right now I am a little vulnerable to somebody. Like Furrier has a chance to miss out on another potential proc. But I mean, it would just be jerryblr upgrading, and the upgrade is not worth anything to 3 sheep for jerryblr, so it doesn't seem like it's going to come out. maruskaK, employee of the month. Very good card. Very, very good card. jerryblr, start player popcorn. So yeah, popcorn is the thing that's going to let jerryblr start to bake. So probably last action, clay oven. Yeah, I will play my immigrant son here. Oh, whoops. Forget. You didn't see that. Oh, thank you, Sam Folds. Um, oh, maruskaK has Omni Farmer on the board. That's why. Yeah, so I was saying I'm probably not going to drunkard anymore because I'm at the point where I'm going to want to start sowing crops, and sowing crops is going to be more efficient than getting extra. Like, that's going to be a better way to get extra grain. So I think I'm going to start player forest pasture here. Oh yeah. So here's the power of veterinarian is you're literally just rolling the die. If you hit the early animal, which is like a 10% chance, great, you're going to get a bunch of animals. But if you don't hit the early animal, then it's really an atrocious card. So yeah, Field Watchman rolled the die and appears to be paying off so far, so good for them. Guess I'll play Mini Pasture now. And then I can Reno Forest Pasture, 4 clay and Reno Forest Pasture. Although if I do that, I'm not playing an Ock. Which I do want to be playing Occupations. maruskaK Clay Hut Extension, no surprise there. Yeah, so Mini Pasture actually keeps me from being in last next round, which I appreciate. What's jerryblr doing? Thinking. Thing is, with Vendor, Field Watchman's going to start playing Occupations too. Yeah. The Occupation action space might be fairly contested. Wow. Green here. That's a pretty awful... That's an awful action with Popcorn. 1 green is such an awful action with Popcorn. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm going to Reno go for the boar here. Actually, maybe I should play Immigrant Son. I can still go for the boar next round, but then I'm leaving myself vulnerable to the stuff getting blocked again. Yeah, you know what? 4 clay into Reno Forest Pasture looks good. I mean, if 6 wood's still available, I'll take 6 wood over the 2 boar. The 2 boar are mostly good because they turn on dung collector. Like, I'm not probably going to eat them for a while because I really want to encourage the other players to upgrade into cooking hearths and stuff. I'm going to try to feed off of my rum distillery and like my crib and stuff for as long as I can. Family growth action. Does this give me a family growth action? Yeah, it does. Yeah, maruskaK taking 1 boar. Okay, so yeah, that changes what I want to do, obviously, with my last move. I don't care about Reno anymore. I want to play an Ock. And hope that I get 6 wood here. If I don't get 6 wood, 4 wood is fine. But yeah, maruskaK is having a very good game, of course. Very good game. I mean, Perpetual Student, just the occupation quality in this game was so high. Like, you play draft 10. This is draft 10, right? Yeah. You play draft 10 with G6, G7, and then you get a card like Perpetual Student, and it's just like, okay. The quality of the cards just becomes so ridiculously high. Field Watchman plays Historian. I'm actually happy to see that because it means Field Watchman's not going to use the occupation space that many more times. So I could Reno here, or I could play Ock. I'll Reno here. I could play Goose Pond. Do I need the food? The food is probably useful, actually. Yeah. Someone's using my corner for Private Forest. They're all using my corner. Okay, I'll switch corners then, I guess. I guess I might have moved into the Private Forest corner. I guess that's what happened. And then we're just going to use mine. Five food and the last alms to feed 6. There's cattle. Good to be aware of. Taking the 6 wood for sure. Field Watchman plays Stockman. Sure. jerryblr plays Baker. Yeah, should be declaring when you take traveling players. Whoever last moved traveling players should have declared that. maruskaK. Yeah, maruskaK should have declared that he was going on traveling players. Because Baker should come out before Stockman and before Veterinarian. Not to mention jerryblr probably did their feeding already, and yeah. So am I going to start player Forest Pasture this round? Probably not. I have a feeling maruskaK is going to take 1 cattle here. So I think certainly I play Immigrant Son, and maybe play Dung Collector as well, or maybe play Potter as well. Definitely doing this at least. I do need 1 food next round. If I play an Ock, I need 2 food, because Rum Distillery. Let's say I trigger Crib. I'm gonna need, and I Family Growth round 11. I'm gonna need 2 extra food, assuming that 1 food is going into playing an occupation. Potter is a net +1 food action, so that's something to think about. assuming I play it on cheap occupation. If I play it on expensive oc, then it's not net +1 food. Yeah, maruskaK did buy the 1 cattle. I figured that was coming. So maruskaK's probably building a cooking hearth, I would expect, with 3 breeding pairs of animals and no way to eat them yet. I assume maruskaK is building a cooking hearth, which gets me at my cattle. So last move here. Fence? Kind of don't want to fence yet. I could start player forest pasture, but I'm already the start player, so that feels like a waste. Play dung collector here, and then plan to use dinghy for feeding next round. Oh no, I don't have any food. Oh, what am I doing? This is awful. I'm showing all these cards that I don't want to show. No food. Can't do that. Fence? The problem with fencing here is I have to show that I'm leaving space for a final, for my 7th field. So I don't love fencing like this, but I don't really need forest pasture anymore, at least not for a while. But yeah, with 3 wood left behind, joinery is an option. maruskaK family growth mini pasture. Yeah, mini pasture has definitely changed the economy of the game quite a bit. Quite a bit. Oh, you know what? I'm so dumb. I'm getting an extra room here. I've got a room coming in. So instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I'm just gonna fence 8. Field Watchman took start player. So hopefully I get these 2 boar. I get a free room here. Field Watchman's playing Occupation Gardening Enthusiast. That card almost made it back to me, which is crazy. So yeah, family growth thingy looks good here. Puts a bunch more wood into the game, which is not ideal, but I do need the food. Cooking hearth for maruskaK, that gets me an A. Beautiful. So then now I can play dung collector. Now Mbaba Mwana is quite a bit worse since it doesn't get me the family growth action, but I guess it could theoretically still get me the family growth action, but then it doesn't get me the family growth even without room action. So, oh man, mini pasture, jeez, yeah. The problem is the food's like pretty inflated in this format, so a card like mini pasture, just the value is so different from what it not what it should be, but what it typically is. I'll say that. And I guess we're passing around cards for vendor as well. That's another thing to think about, is that the vendor, passing miners for vendor matter. Well, if I can empty my hand of everything but Clay Exchange Mini Pasture, then I'm doing okay. I'm vulnerable to the fishing getting taken. I'm very vulnerable to the fishing getting taken. Hopefully they don't take it. Yeah, I should have family growthed first, or fished first. I mean, Field Watchman doesn't need food. maruskaK does need food, but with their hearth, I think they're not taking 4 food fishing. They're going to take the 1 cattle. So I think it is pretty secure that it comes back, but it's maybe a little risky. Puts a bunch more wood into the game, which is good for maruskaK. FF crib, G to FFFJ, feed 7, pay a food for a field, breed, breed. And point there. So yes, Dung Collector gets me 3 fields. Immigrant Son gets me 3. So it's the I need to plow 1 extra field to get a family growth, even without room action with Mbaba Mwana. It says no more than, right? No more than 3. So I can have Carpet, Clay Exchange, and the last passing miner, Mini Pasture, probably in hand. That would be fine. Passing miners kind of become attack cards with vendor in the game, which is a little annoying, but I probably need to start Drunkard, paying for Drunkard again, eh? Yeah. I do want more grain. Yeah, Drunkard, and then play Potter, and then jump to Sow at the end of round 12. Sow 2 grain and a vegetable. Yeah, that'd be fine. And I'm going to end up at 5 cattle right now, so I need 1 more cattle to guarantee myself gold medal. So I need to take a 1 cattle action at some point. Certainly building stables will be good, because I need animal capacity. Also forest pasture helps with that. If I do want to play Carpet and hold sheep, then yeah, stables and forest pasture are needed. But if I'm not really worried about sheep, then just forest pasture or stables is enough. I was thinking about maybe building the joinery. Yeah. There's so much wood in this game, so much wood and food. There's been so much extra stuff put into the game. F4 trunk. Sorry, I should declare that earlier. Cactus Lover for Field Watchman. I like this card quite a bit. He gets to do some cool stuff here. Is he going to build the 3 clay fireplace? Certainly it helps him empty out his hand of all his miners. Probably just plays miners. Carrot Harvester. Nice. Okay. So he's going to try to set up a plow sow action probably. Green pepper patch. Okay. Mini pasture. That's annoying. Clay exchange is not bad here with Potter. I can get it out of my hand. I have one extra stone that I could just get rid of, probably. Turnip field. Field Watcher's been setting up for this this cactus lover all game, which is fun. Fun combo. Gets to get 3 points, 1 point on the card plus 2 points from Carrot Harvester. Yeah, nicely set up by Field Watchman. I kind of hate all the actions on the board. Am I going to start player into plow sow? Maybe I'll start player into plow sow if I think sow bake is going to be taken. Because I really don't care about any of the moves on the board. I guess I need to set up something with feeding. Like, my feeding is pretty awful. So I could set up something with feeding. Maybe play Clay Exchange here. Start player Clay Exchange. Or I could play an Ock. Play Ock Potter here. I kind of like jumping to sow at the end of this round. But also playing improvements is good. You know what? Let's play into plow sow this round. So then I'll play, I can play Passing Clay Exchange here, or I can play Forest Pasture. Clay Exchange lets me, gets me the clay for a fireplace, which I might want. Oh, the cat's whining outside my door. I should go move her, or else she's gonna chew on the cable. maruskaK Park Cemetery. So no fireplace allowed for me. Go ahead and take the grain here. It's not much on the board, so it's conceivable that it might actually get blocked. Then I could maybe stables and sheep. Yeah, stables and sheep looks fine. Forest pasture lets me take sheep. Yeah. I think I'll probably build stables this round, though. Oh, stables goes to jerryblr. Yeah, there's just like so much resource inflation in the game. Like jerryblr's on 3 family members with almost a complete farm at this point. Like it's pretty ridiculous. Play Potter here. Pay food, get a field. Basketmaker's Workshop is still available with 4 reed on the table. Could take 4 reed, 2 stone. I mean, I could just take 2 stone and build a joinery. Like, I should probably consider doing that. Wow, I wonder if maruskaK has a plow. maruskaK has a plow. Oh, Potter's Plow. That's what maruskaK has. Yeah, Potter's Plow. So maruskaK will start player first move, so I have to plan on being last. Take a veg here. Take 2 stone. 2 stone's fine. Yeah, and then take a vegetable because I'm gonna plow so over family growth. I am gonna leave my last family growth for Mbaba Mwana. Yeah, Potter's Plow on Reno. Oh, maruskaK thinks he's getting plow so. Which he is not. Not getting plow so. I'm going to plow so. I guess I could take 1 cattle with my first move. It might be that kind of game where 1 cattle is pretty important. So, okay, I have 6 food right now between my clay and my grain with rum distillery. So I could pick up some food. I have options. Field Dreamer. Plow your 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th field. Oh my goodness, it almost came back. Oh, it almost came back. That would have been so good for me. maruskaK did a regular plow. I mean, regular plow is not much worse because it comes with a stone. Oh, I need a food for dung collector. I have to remember. I forgot about that. Still need a food for dung collector. Let's pick up a cattle here. So that secures me the 4 points from capitalist and 2 points from gold medal. The scores are going to be so ridiculously inflated this game. We're all going to be in the 50s, except maybe for jerryblr. But we're all going to be, the rest of us are all going to be in the 50s, which is pretty dumb. Joinery here. Joinery. So clay, wood, food. We're up to 8. We would have to eat something raw to pay for our field. I think I'm going to Traveling Players. So the question is, what's the other move aside from Traveling Players? I also want to play Forest Pasture at some point. 5 reeds available. Yeah, 5 reed is a little slow though because I just need too many improvement actions. I really need to empty my hand. I don't really have time to play multiple majors. I could build 2 stables here. The problem, I'm in a bit of a problem where I want to play Forest Pasture and Joinery. But I guess I don't have to play both. I could leave myself a bit flexible with what actions return. Let's take the Traveling Players here, and then we can stable or major minor. Yeah, if I don't Forest Pasture or Stables here, I can't take Sheep next round, and I'm going to want to be able to take Sheep. Play this card in Stage 1 from round 12. Provides room for up to 2 family members. Whoa. Play it in Stage 1. Yeah. I guess it doesn't provide any points, but yeah, it seems pretty good. It seems pretty good. That's on major minor lamp oil. Yeah, that's annoying. So 2 stables for me as my last move. G, C to 5 food, and then another 4, 4, feed 8, and field. Should I drunkard? I should probably drunkard. Or am I going to run out of moves? I guess I won't drunkard. You know what's fun? I don't have to pay for the family member. Because the breeding phase is after the field phase. Which is sick. 2 sheep? Is that my best move here? Two sheep is 2 points. And not any food at the moment, but it's potential food. I could build the pottery with my first action here, because then this 8 clay becomes a fantastic action. So what could my moves be? Pottery, 8 clay, Mbaba Mwana, and pottery, 8 clay, and Mbaba Mwana sheep. Is that enough to feed? I eat 2 clay, to go to 5. I eat a grain to go to 8. I'd have to eat some raw crops. But that probably would be okay. Yeah, and you know what? Even if I don't get the 8 clay back, 5 clay is fine. First move pottery here. The sheep are only 2 points. Yeah. And I do need food. Maruska grabs a cattle. Did he have to animal deal it? If he had to animal deal it, then I should have predicted that. I wasn't looking at the other farms that closely. Yeah, it looks like he might have needed to animal deal that. So maybe taking that might have been a block move. If I think Maruska is my number 1 opponent, I could have maybe blocked Maruska there. Is the sheep points for anyone? Not really. So I'm going to go ahead and take the 8 clay here. The 8 clay is not really points for anyone, but there is that, turn clay into food card. Not well, but other one. Where's Dingy right now? I think Maruska has not played it. Yeah, Maruska has not played it. I'm the only one who's played Dingy. So that means Maruska has it in hand. So Maruska's got a couple miners to get out before they win the vendor points. Plowed 1 field there. Yeah. So actually that major miner block might have been a good move just to keep Maruska away from the vendor points. I might have given him points from Capitalist Gold Medal, but I kept him away from vendor potentially. Hopefully the sheep continue to wheel. Taking food is a 1-point action, so there's not really. Sheep is 2 points. Fishing is 1 point. Sheep might only be 1 point because I have to eat a point on my farm, so it's close. Because I make 7 food and I'm gonna need 9. So, yeah. I can eat 2 raw grain, or I can eat, or I can take food to eat. Yes, this is a 2-point move, which is really a 1-point move. That's fine. So 3G to clay. Six points from my rum distillery, and then I get a bunch of points from my cattle. 6 points from my cattle. 6 points from my rum distillery. I get 3 points from vendor, assuming no one passes me anything, and I need to add the last family member once the game ends. But yeah, this is a very high scoring farm. The only thing I'm lacking on really is the grain. I counted crib. No, crib doesn't get me any food from Mbaba Mwana because it triggers after the breeding phase. So whatever I score plus 15, it looks like. So this might be a 60-point game. Yeah, this is a 60-point game. So it looks like 63 here. Yep. Big points. Big points. Wow, are you kidding me? I lost to maruskaK by 1 point. Man. maruskaK says 63. Why 63? Draft 10, perpetual student. Yeah. Draft 10, perpetual student. G60, G7. Too good. It says 63. Can I see the final farm, maruskaK? 44 plus. Let's see the bonuses. So 4 from Capitalist, 2 from Gold Medal, 1 from Dolly's Mother. So it's 15, 3 Vendor, 18, 21. So whatever they score plus 21. No, that's not right. Sorry. I counted that twice. So 15, 18, 19. Whatever they score plus 19. So 63. So tie. $63.50. What did Field Watchman have? 59. All right, we got the win. Where did we start in round 1? Do we lose the tiebreaker? Nope, but we win the tiebreaker against maruskaK. So that's a win. That's a win. All right. Well, yeah, this was a silly game. 1 player at 59, 2 players at 63. I guess that's what Capitalist and Gold Medal does, is it just gives everybody who plans out their game properly 6 points. Getting 59 and coming third, yeah. All right, guys, there's win number 1 on 2 Win Tuesday. Yeah, managed to pull off the tie with maruskaK. Managed to pull it off. Let's take a quick look at the draft. Because Potter was not very good. I want to see what else I could have taken. Three, 5, 3, 4, 7, 7. So first pick Hut Builder seems right. So I took Immigrant Son over Employee of the Month here. I'm looking at Field Dreamer and hoping Field Dreamer would wheel. And if we look at the next 4 best cards, it's Employee, Barnmaster, Village Head, Paleontologist. So Field Dreamer should wheel, but unfortunately it didn't. But I mean, I guess I got Furrier back, and Furrier was very important this game, to be fair. Furrier was extremely important. Although Field Dreamer would have given me two cattle pretty easily, so, but the timing would have been different, of course. Mbaba Mwana power 0.7, but people are still drafting it highly because I think it's got nice interactions. But yeah, it's tough to make work. It's really tough to make work. Dung Collector, sure. So I take Drunkard here over Capitalist. Drunkard, obviously I got rewarded by the Grain Miner. So then Furrier, yeah. Furrier after passing Capitalist seems fine. Now Sugar Beet Farmer, that was the one where you turn vegetables into cattle. Yeah. Tinsmith, I guess. You know what? Tinsmith is probably a better card than Potter, to be fair. Because if I need to surprise turn a bunch of clay into food, Tinsmith is more flexible. Goose Pond, Forest Pasture. Yeah, Rum Distillery third was massive. I got some very good cards very late this game. Diggy ended up being quite good. Alright, I'm going to go set up another game, and if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. And if you're watching live, that was win number 1. We're going for win number 2. We'll see you shortly.